Good morning, children. Welcome to social class. So, in social, we have completed with block 20, isn't it, children? So, let's start with block 21, which is beginning of settled life. Okay, so in the previous block, we have learned that early humans were hunters and gatherers, isn't it, children? And when they were hunters and gatherers, they used to be wanderers also. That means they used to move from one place to another in search of this food and shelter. Okay, that's why they were hunters and gatherers along with wanderers. That means after the fruits, nuts, berries were finished, they used to move to other place in search of the food. Okay, so what made them to settle in one place? That is beginning of settled life. How did they started to settle their life in one place? Okay, that is our block about. Okay, so in that, our first topic is the beginning of farming. Okay, so please open your social content books, children, and turn to page number 130. Okay, so what might happen that they started farming? How did they understand the farming? That means we don't know the actual scenario, children, but we think that early humans might have observed that the baby plant grows from the seeds of the fruits. Okay, whenever the seed falls onto the ground, they might have observed that from that seed the new plant, the baby plant, grows. Okay, so when they understood that, they started planting different seeds and they started farming. Okay, so when early humans started for they understood that when the plant grows from the baby plant, they started farming also. So what they farm, they cultivated. That means they did agriculture for different plants, different crops like barley, maize, sweet potato, okay, and wheat. Okay, so maize or corn are same, children. Okay, we'll some call it as maize and some call it as corn. Okay, barley, maize, sweet potato, and wheat, these were the crops they started first when they started farming. When they understood the concept of farming, so they started with these crops. Okay, and after that they started keeping the cattle like sheep, goat for their milk. Okay, they also started dairy farming, we can say. They started keeping the cow, sheep, milk, goat for their milk. Okay, and when they started farming and dairy farming, they need not to go in search of food. There itself they can get their food, isn't it? That means from that point, from starting of agriculture, from starting of farming, early humans started settling in one place and do not need to go in search of food and shelter. Okay, and when they started settling down in one place, they started constructing the huts. They started building the huts with the help of the branches of the trees, the grass, and all. They started with living in the huts. Okay, in that way, the farming changed the early humans' life. Early humans before farming, if you have to see, they are hunters and gatherers and also wanderers. That means they used to move from one place to another in search of food. Okay, and when they started understanding the concept of agriculture, they became settled in one place. They need not to wander from one place to another. Okay, children, so this is our topic for today, children. I have given few keywords in your daily schedule. Please learn them and write it in your classwork, as well as underline in your content book. Okay, and if you find any other difficult word, you can add it in your keywords and learn them. Okay, children, next, coming to your question answers. How did early humans begin to grow food? That means early humans might have observed or might have realized that plants grow from the seeds, and they started sowing the seeds in the soil. So they began to grow food like that. Okay, so write this answer in your classwork and please learn it, children. Coming to your next question. That three questions. So second question is, how did early humans live before they became farmers? What kind of shelter did they live in after they began farming? So before farming, they used to hunt and gather the food, and they used to live in the caves. And after farming, they started settling in one place using the farming, and they built their huts using the mud, straws, branches, grass and all. Okay, and they prefer to stay in one place, isn't it, children? So that's what your answer. The third question is, how did farming change the lives of early humans? Before, early humans were wanderers who were moving from one place to another in search of food, isn't it? After farming, they started living in one place, they started staying in one place and got their food from their fields, isn't it, children? So write these answers in your classwork and please learn them, children. Coming to your homework, complete the volume book 3, page number 25, S1, beginning of farming. Okay, so in the next class we will learn what are the changes they bought in their tools. Okay, change in tools. Okay, children, so see you in the next class. Bye.